Mr. Ned, can you hear me, sir?
Okay.
Okay. Yes, sir. So I need, Miss Drew, I need you to do the chicken emote and
Can you
say,
repeat that?
I need you to do the chicken emote and say, I want to be a medic. Did you hear me, Drew?
Yes, I did. I was typing it.
No, I need you to say, I want to be a medic and do the chicken emote.
I want to be a medic.
Thank you. Mr. Dennis, can you do the same? Mr. Ned, can you say you want to be a medic, please?
I want to be a medic, and I already did this 3 times.
Oh, you have? Okay, let me,
Yes, I did.
okay, that's fine.
I also did the macros and CPR training. I'm just waiting for next Wednesday.
Okay, Mr. Ned, you don't have to attend this class then if you don't want to. I do see you have it logged.
Okay, thank you.
Yes,
I'll just go back to my duties. Thank you, sir.
yes, no problem, sir. I'll wait for Mr. Dennis a couple more minutes as he must have had to relog or he lost connection.
That happens a lot on this game. I like out all the time.
Alright, Drew, I guess we're just going to start the class.
Potatoes.
So it's important to discuss these medical and project rules to new recruits to remind you that breaking these rules can lead to a reprimand or worse, dismissal from the faction, depending on the rules you break. 3 warnings equals a reprimand, 3 active reprimands equals instant dismissal. We will first discuss the medical faction's internal policies, which are part of the project rules. The following policies, when broken, will lead to MD3 rule break, which could lead to 1 warning to 1 reprimand. So if any game rules or policies are broken aside from medical faction rules, this will result in a reprimand. All medics must have a working mic. EMS scenes often in time-sensitive decisions. A working mic allows for real-time communication with PD, Army, patients, and fellow medics, which is critical during emergencies. Maturity, composure, and sound decision-making are critical in EMS. Medics in the faction should be 18 and older for realism and coordination, ensuring everyone's on the same page mentally and behaviorally. Green, white, and blue scrubs in the lobby are required to give medkits and sell pills behind the desk. If you are a pink scrub above, you can stand outside the desk. If both of the desks are at full capacity, you can utilize the back hallway with a supervisor. Do not chase patients around the lobby. No serving civilians when they have their weapons out. Do not ask for rank up on non-rank up days. Asking for a rank up multiple times will result in your rank up being withheld to the next rank up day or giving out a warning. To avoid getting involved in arguments, body cam respond through typing and report the incident. Away from keyboard, also known as AFK, for longer than 8 minutes could lead to a 3-day ban and a rep. Radio checks will be done randomly by DCP or CP. If done, please respond with 10-4 copy. It is important to respond to radio checks as this confirms your activity in game. Should you not respond, you might get AFK checked and this will lead to serious consequences. Do not heal and revive civilians outside or around the hospital. The only people that can be revived around the hospital are PD and Army if they requested. Do not sell medkits or pills in the back lot or front parking lot of the hospital. Medkits and pills should only be given inside the hospital. If you are on EMS calls, you can sell medkits and sell pills to the patients you revive. Medics should not be standing or hanging around floor 0. This includes standing on the bushes and railings, as it may make gang members and trolls to hang around the back and front of HP. This isn't safe for medics as there's a lot of VDMing and shooting. Attending emergency calls with your sirens on. The speed limit is 125 miles per hour. If not on calls, such as waiting for EMS calls or doing medical deliveries, the speed limit is 55 to 60 miles an hour. This is just a guideline and you're not allowed to go above this. If caught speeding and driving recklessly, this will result in a reprimand. If emergency calls are more than 1,500 meters away, check on your map before you attend because it might lead you to a prohibited place. Sirens are to be turned on once a call is accepted, but to be turned off when you arrive at the scene. Sirens are not to be used when doing medical deliveries. Do not spawn medical buses without a CP or DCP's permission. Buses are only to be used upon a CP or DCP's authorization. This is mostly used in training and events. This will lead to a reprimand. We are not allowed to go to the military base unless accompanied by a CP or DCP or with prior authorization. In cases that you go to the military base and it gets reported to a CP, DCP, it could lead to a reprimand. Do not go to harbor material theft events to revive patients. Do not respond to calls at either event. That's why we check where the emergency calls are on the map before we attend them. Macros are a must and are to be given to, and to be used when applicable. Macros are to be given to you by pink scrubs and are to be discussed to you how and when to use it. Not using macros can lead to a warning or a rep. Flobby chat. The blue chat is used for medics to communicate when attending calls, clocking in, requesting help for supervisor, or locations of abandoned ambulances. To use Flobby, you have to put /Flobby. Flobby should not be spammed or misused. Flobby should not be used while you're on vacation. Flobby is not for personal messaging each other. If you see radio check in Flobby, make sure you respond 10-4 copy. The fall chat is a cross-faction chat to communicate with PD and Army. This is the orange chat you see in the game. This chat is not to be used by medics except for AP, DCP, and CP. You should have your body cam on while doing emergency calls. You should be with a partner while you do the emergency calls. If you get caught, you will receive a warning or a reprimand. You should ensure that you have completed all your training in XP bar before you get ranked up, as it is you and your trainer's responsibility that this is being logged. Only pink scrubs and higher can upload evidence of training on the training log. Are there any questions?
No, not really.
Mr. Dennis, glad you're back. Could you please say that you want to be a medic, sir? This is a mic check. This is a requirement according to our project rules. If you don't have a working mic, there's no reason for you to attend this class, sir. Is it a problem with your device, or it's you can change your settings? Miss Achilles, you've already missed most of the class. I think you've already had the class as well, I think, too.
Okay, can you summarize, please?
Excuse me?
You said I missed most of the class, so I'm asking if you can summarize.
No, ma'am, you have to attend the whole class. I think you've already taken the class, though. I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Let me double check real quick.
Yes, I have. What do you say? Can you come again, please?
I said I'm gonna check on it real quick, make sure you've already had the class. I'm pretty sure you have.
Yes, I have. Is it the class about not leaving the hospital and not giving drugs outside the hospital?
Yeah, you've already had the class. You had it with me the other day. So you don't need to be up here.
Yes.
Unless you want to stay, that's
Alright.
fine.
Alright, thank you.
No problem. Okay, we will now be discussing the game's medical faction rules further and important RP rules. So MD1 is refusal to provide medical assistance. We should not refuse to provide medical assistance except when there are active shootouts. There is a threat on our life, or if there's a civilian on the floor has asked you not to revive them. Violation would lead to 1 reprimand. MD2 is firearm usage. We mean weapons such as guns. When we use the word firearm, medics are strictly prohibited to carry and use firearms at all times. Even pointing a gun, violation would lead to dismissal from the faction. MD3 is adherence to project rules. Medics must follow all established project rules, which includes all the one-state project rules and our medical project rules that we just discussed. Violation would lead from 1 warning to 1 reprimand. MD4, use of official vehicles for personal activities. Medics are not allowed to use medical vehicles for personal activities. The only time we can use personal vehicles are when we are clocked out doing a business enterprise run or going to the vehicle market, aka ANS, buying and selling cars. Violation could lead to 1 warning. MD5, issuing medical certificates. Issuing medical licenses outside the hospital setting is prohibited unless requested by the police. Also, medics are not allowed to be invited into the faction without an interview or going through the training program. Violation is 1 warning. MD6 is medical actions during dangerous situations. Reviving civilians or giving them meds or pills when there is an active threat or dangerous situation is not allowed. Wait at least 15 seconds after the last bullet shot is fired. Violation would lead to 1 warning. MD7 is gang association criminal activity. Intentionally associating with gangs, committing major crimes, examples being theft, vandalism, murder, or affiliating with factions during events is prohibited. Punishment is dismissal from the faction. MD8 is disrespectful conduct towards colleagues and civilians. Disrespectful behavior towards any individual is prohibited. Punishment is 1 reprimand or dismissal based on faction leadership's decision. MD9, noncompliance with orders. This is failing to follow orders given, especially coming from supervisors, DCPs, and CPs. As this is a subordination, violation would lead to 1 reprimand. MD10, use of personal vehicles for EMS work. Using personal vehicles for EMS-related tasks is not allowed. Violation would lead to 1 warning. MD11, proper roleplay conduct. Medics should roleplay their duties appropriately, including our interactions and checking surroundings during emergencies. We should always be in character as a medic. We should not be doing out-of-character behavior, doing what a medic should not be doing. Also, we should be announcing our actions, especially while on duty. This is why using macros is a must. It's part of our roleplay conduct. Violation would lead to 1 warning. MD12 is improper use of tasers. Attacking a civilian using tasers without any RP reason is not allowed. This is why using our macros is important, and the reason we do it, as it's not allowed to be used in public places without an RP reason. Violation would lead to dismissal from the faction. So that covers all the MD rules. Do you have any questions?
No, I was just doing this as a refresher from earlier. It's good to remind myself of the rules.
So RP9 is drive-by. We're going to go over the RP rules now. Some of them anyway. Damaging or killing another player's character with any vehicle. This is usually happening when players are VDMing. Punishment 60 minutes in 1 state jail. RP10, repeat kill. Killing or crashing or chasing a player after they die. Returning to the place of previous death within 15 minutes or until the end of the situation in which the character died. If the cooldown has been violated, punishment is 90 minutes in 1 state jail. RP11, non-compliance with protected areas. Committing crimes or attacking other players in green zones or work zones and working vehicles. Lying in wait to kill players exiting green zones is also prohibited. Punishment is 30 to 60 minutes in 1 state jail. RP13 is faction NRP. These are for non-RP behaviors in a faction such as a medical faction. This includes unlawful execution of civilians. Violation is dismissal from the faction and admin punishment 30 minutes in 1 state jail to 3-day ban. RP14 is sexual harassment and discrimination. Any form of non-consensual sexual activity, including but not limited to simulating explicit dialogue or actions, usage of ethnic or LGBT plus related slurs. Stalking or excessive attention, undressing, touching other characters in sexual ways, strictly prohibited. All sexual activity should have prior out-of-character consent, recorded from all parties. This should not be done in public areas where players commonly visit. Examples being prison, jail, hospital, working places, parking lots, etc. Violation is 60 minutes mute or 24 hours up to a 30-day ban. RP15 is disruption of faction operations. Intentionally provoking faction members for entertainment or disrupting faction operations is prohibited. This includes preventing us from performing medical assistance, such as civilians standing on the body, cars blocking the body, or faking an active shootout. Call admin if this happens or have it on body cam and submit to admin. Punishment is 30 minutes in 1 state jail. RP16, criminal acts against emergency personnel. Any criminal acts towards emergency medical personnel are prohibited. This should be submitted to the admin's complaint system as a green ticket against the player. Punishment is 90 minutes in 1 state jail to a 12-hour ban. If you encounter anyone who are fellow faction members breaching the MD rules, including the medical project rules, please report it to your APs, DCPs, or CP to be dealt with. The rule break pertains to breaking RP rules. Open a green ticket on One State USA Discord server to report the player, as punishments for this are given to the admin. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. Well, that concludes this class.